The question of the day is why do people hate on me? You know, why do people hate on you? Why do people who you think love you hate on you? Why do the closest ones around you switch up and change and start acting different? We all want to know this, right? But I want you to understand is if you feel like everyone in your life is switching up on you right now, you need to watch this video. You know, since I was about 15 years old, I've had, maybe even 14. Let's go down to 14. Since I was about 14, I've had experience with haters. I was a local rapper. I was very popular. My group of rappers was very popular. If you know me, then you knew me. We was doing a lot at that time. We probably could have been pretty big. We was doing well and stuff like this. And I was being hated on. People would see me getting the girls. People would see me getting the attention. People would see me getting the likes and the followers and all this stuff. And they'd be like, why is he getting that? Why is he the one who is going to win? Why is he the one that deserves this? Why is he the one who gets all this attention? Why is he getting the money? Why is he doing this? And, we can go even, we can keep going. When I start, getting in certain relationships, people start hating on it. They wanted the girl. People start hating on it. When I start, getting money and getting jobs, people start hating on me. When I don't hang around certain people, people start hating on me. People are going to hate regardless. I've had it since I was 14 years old. When I started going to the gym, people started hating on me. Once I started doing certain things and getting certain places in life, people will start hating on you. I've had this experience since I was 14. I turned 20 this year. I want you to understand it never gets easier. It never gets any different. It never gets easier. It just depends on how you deal with it, bro. You're watching this video because you're probably so sad and down and depressed about your friends hating on you, your family hating on you, your close loved ones hating on you, your girls hating on you. You're probably so down, bad, and depressed. But my dog, you have to understand that it never changes. It never changes. So if you're on this path to success, if you're on this path of self-improvement, you have to understand that it never changes. The only thing that changes is how you react to it. The only thing that changes is how you grow with it and how you use it for fuel. That's the only thing that changes. When I was 14 getting hated on because of the things that I was doing, it started off being, strangers. And then it was friends. And then it was family. And then as I kept growing up and doing different things and getting bigger and better, it was the same deal. But guess what? Guess what hurt the worst? Guess what got even worse for it? Is the strangers wasn't really into it as much anymore. I have a couple of strangers here and there who will tell me, oh, personal training's not going to work out for you. Oh, this ain't going to work out for you. I've had that. That's cool. I ain't worried about them. But it starts becoming more personal. It's the ones that you think love you. It's the ones that you think support you. It's the ones that you think give a fuck about you. Those are the ones who start hating on you. But guess what you got to do? You got to charge it to the game and you got to keep moving. Because guess what? The goals in my life are more important than what he got to say. Because it's this dude in my ear telling me that it ain't going to work. Or this dude in my ear that's giving me these slick disses. Or telling me jokes or, making jokes about shit. But in reality has an indirect, inverse meaning on it. Is that going to get me closer to getting rich? Is that going to get me closer to getting my dream body? Is that going to get me closer to God? Is that going to get me closer to my wife? It is not. Nope. It's not. I don't care if it's, a childhood friend. I don't care if it's your father, your mother, your best friend, your auntie, your uncle. I don't care. Your sister, brother, it doesn't matter. They can do it and they will do it. Love those who love you, and then the haters, you need to just completely subtract them. You cannot tolerate it. The one thing that I can tell you about this thing with haters is that you cannot tolerate it. As soon as you notice it, the first or second time, I love giving people the benefit of the doubt. I love it. But the first or second time that you see it, you cannot tolerate it. You got to cut it then and there. You got to cut it, because the more you tolerate it is the more bad energy you put into your heart, the more bad energy you put into your life, because then you want to react to them. Then you want to start giving these remarks. Then you want to start arguing, and that ain't worth it. Arguing ain't going to make no money. Arguing ain't going to push your business out there. Arguing ain't going to make more sales. Arguing ain't going to make them biceps bigger. It ain't going to make that stomach a little bit flatter. Arguing ain't going to do nothing. So what you need to do every time somebody hates on you, every time somebody, you start getting in this feeling, you start getting in this depressed mode where you feel like nobody's around you no more. Nobody's here to help you no more. Everybody's hating on you. You need to understand that that's part of the process. God never told you it was easy. Your father never told you that life was easy. Your mother never told you that life was easy. Nobody ever told you that this was going to be easy. And I'm going to tell you that the path to success is not going to be easy. It's not going to be. What's easy is doing the same thing that everybody else does. Getting a job, going to work, coming home, jacking off, and watching TV. That's easy. What's not easy is building a 6-7 figure business. What's not easy is loving your wife the way God would want you to love her. What's not easy is cutting the bad foods out and working out every single day. That's not easy. But guess what comes with that? It comes with hard work, discipline, and haters. But every time you get a hater, you got to use it as motivation, man. I've had people around me tell me that, so-and-so's doing better than you. You don't got to figure it out. I don't give a damn. You know what? Every time they say that, I don't give a damn. I just think about when I pull up in that brand new whip, when I pull up looking fresh, when I push all the negativity off of me, when I stay grounded in God, when I look around and my physique's better than everybody else's, no ego in it. When I think about that, it makes me feel better. Because I know that in 10 years plus, who's going to be winning? He may have his life figured out right now, but in 10 years, who's going to be on top? You got to think about it that way, man, because it's going to be the closest ones to you. It's going to be the friends. It's going to be the family members. It's going to be the girls. It's going to be, the people that's closest to you, the coworkers and stuff like that. It's going to be them. But you cannot let it penetrate your mind so much that it gets you down and down and down. You cannot let it do that, because people are going to do that. And you got to be prepared for it. You got to put that armor on. You got to protect yourself from that negative energy, bro. Because, when we're on this path, we're already stressed enough. You got to conserve your energy to make better decisions and make the money and make the body. You got to conserve that energy. Don't spend it on them. So when every time somebody hates on you, I want you to understand. I want you to come back to this part of the video and listen to what I'm saying. Every time somebody hates on you, use it for fuel. Do not use it to diminish yourself. Do not use it to get lazier. Do not use it to get down and in the dumps. Use it for fuel, because they're not going to get your goals any further, and they're not going to push you to get any further. The only thing that is going to get your goals way further and achieve your goals way faster is you. So just be ready for the haters, be ready for the naysayers, and get that damn chicken bag, get that money up, get the physique right, and do all the things that you need to do, and things will work out. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next video.